Hi everyone, welcome to a new podcast. This is Getting Down to Earth, the podcast where we talk about the honest issues of our planet Earth. I'm gonna go close the closet because that's awkward, you know? So, basically I'm still trying to figure out what the point of this podcast is. It's called Getting Down to Earth, and I'm like, how do we do this? So, I've mentioned before, I've only done like 2 of these podcasts before, but I've mentioned I would like to, I don't like to make any edits in these. I just like to talk and see how things go. So, that's why these get no views, because I don't edit them. But I do have a little schedule right here. So, the first thing I like to do is a Q&A, and I was on Answer the Public, which is just like a website to answer questions, and I realized maybe I should, like, I ran out of questions. Like, it only gives you like one search, so I used that by accident. So I looked up some other questions people have about climate change, and let me just, here we go. These are just general questions that people have. Okay, I'm just answering these on the spot. So, here we go. Do scientists agree on climate change? I'm not a scientist, so I wouldn't really know, but I would say so. I think the majority of scientists believe in climate change. It's been proven, so they should, but and it's been proven like that humans are having a major effect on climate change. I think it's also been proven though that even if humans didn't exist, like if we all disappeared today, the earth would continue warming for a few decades. Like just it would keep going because of the effect we've already had on our planet, which might be a reason why it's like we as humans are all like, oh, we want instant gratification, and with climate change you don't see that. It takes decades, centuries, however long it takes, and it's crazy to think like the world could be gone like in just a few centuries. Like that's weird. Okay, what's NASA got to do with climate change? So I think NASA is like a science, like they're basically a bunch of scientists, and right now climate change is one of the most crucial issues in our society. So NASA is obviously, because they are a bunch of scientists, they are focusing on ways that we can help the planet. I guess they are more like people that like to focus on like what's going on outside of Earth, like in outer space, but really everyone is impacted by climate change, and if you have the education to do science about it, do it, right? So, what is the greenhouse effect? The greenhouse effect, I believe, is when the sun's radiation basically comes into our Earth, and because our atmosphere has like so many layers, I think the ozone layer traps greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, and I think, yeah, that should make sense. Does that make sense? I have no clue. Let's see, are there any other good questions? How do we know what greenhouse gas, that doesn't make sense, and temperature levels were in the distant past? Oh, that's interesting. How do we know what greenhouse gas and temperatures level were in the distant past? I guess it's on record somewhere, but I feel like I shouldn't even I feel like I shouldn't even be answering these questions because like of everything. I feel like I should just stop here. Hang on. So I haven't made a podcast since like the summer, and yeah. So a lot has happened. We have had a president elect who actually seems to care a little bit about the planet. We have had major forest fires, major hurricanes and floods, droughts. Like, we've had it all. So maybe I should just pause and focus on that. Let's see. Let's check some eco news. And then we'll get back to, actually, let's answer the question. That one last question. But what was the question? Do you guys remember? No, I don't. Is the ocean continuing to warm? It is. Yes. Good job. It's notably continuing to warm. Since I think like 1998 it's been warming. So, what am I trying to do, guys? Oh, eco news, right? Okay, this says Biden names climate statesman John Kerry as climate envoy. I'm not saying that right at all. I'm sorry. This was super exciting news. I should totally mention this because, yeah, I'm like this is great. I was super excited to hear all of this. So, yeah, there's a lot of news on the screen that I'm reading right now, and I'm freaking out. So it's exciting to me. So I asked my parents. Here's the story, guys. I asked my parents, like, did Trump have a climate envoy? I really don't know how to say it. And they were like, no. I'm like what? Like, sorry, I can't see. Why would you not? Why, like, just like. So I don't know. I think we're in for a better 4 years, but I don't want to get my hopes up. So, yeah. This next one I can't read it because I don't have my glasses on, but it says Trump slams global climate agreement. Biden intends to rejoin. So what is this? Like, Trump plans would ease protections for sage crews in West. What does this mean? Trump officials end gray wolf protection across most of U.S. So what is that? What is gray wolf protection? That's probably bad that he's ending that, because wolves are, like, literally a species. And, like, I don't know if you've heard, but up to 200 species a day are dying. So, not sure what that's about, because he's not allowing them to be protected anymore. Farmers and hunters welcome the news. I'm sure hunters did. Like, why wouldn't they? Do you guys like this lighting? The lighting looks really cute right now, huh? The wolves lose protection 60 days after the decision is published November 3rd in the Federal Register, although the Wildlife Service will continue monitoring their populations for 5 years. Wow. Wolves have never been legally protected in Alaska, which has a population of 7,000 to 11,000. Which doesn't sound very high. Is 7,000? Oh, I guess it is. So, yeah, guys, a lot of politics stuff is going on right now, I guess. Hurricanes stay stronger longer after landfall than past. This is very true. I made a video on hurricanes. Hurricanes are keeping their staying power longer once they make landfall, spreading more inland destruction, according to a new study. Yeah, I mean, this is so true. This is a huge increase. Right. It takes 33 hours for storms to weaken the same degree as they used to, where it used to take 17, where it used to take... Yeah, wow. So it's increased, what's that, like, almost double. That is insanity, guys. Hurricanes are getting worse, basically, is the conclusion of that. Greta Thunberg on 2 very surreal years of protest and fame. Yeah, I just watched Greta's documentary, guys. It's called I Am Greta, I think. I got to watch it for free. I don't have Hulu, but I got to watch it for free. It's on Hulu if you have it. And because I did a webinar thing. And yeah, it was very, very good. And I think she did bring up, like, she's not trying to be famous. That was never her intention, clearly. And yet that's what she's gotten. And so I was thinking about that the other day. I'm like, oh, I could just go and not go to school and become famous, right? And it's like, no, because then I realized there are like thousands of people that are doing the exact same thing as Greta now. And none of them are huge famous people, but Greta did start it. And I think she deserves, I'm not going to say she deserves the fame, because fame is not always great. Hurricane, we just read that. Fix the food climate problem doesn't require veganism. Huh, that's interesting. I've been very open. I've been very public about being vegan, becoming vegan, and I've been telling people they should too, because I think it's one of the best diets, and something our future is going to be. Our future can't sustain the way we are right now, for sure. That's all I know. If the world food system keeps on current trajectories, it will produce near 1.5 trillion tons of greenhouse gases over the next 80 years. So, wow. So that much emissions, even if the globe stops burning fossil fuels, which produce twice as much carbon pollution as food, is enough to likely warm Earth by more than the goals set in the 2015 Paris Climate Accord. That's also a thing with Trump. There we go again. Like, he took us off the Paris Climate Agreement, I think. So, not sure why he did that one, but, well, I do know why. He's for the economy, but really that's not great. So basically they're saying, even if we were able to stop burning oil, gas, coal, fossil fuels in general, we would still be producing so much emissions from our food system. So where is it gonna say not to go vegan? Like, that's what I'm asking. I'm still all for vegan, you know? The Mediterranean diet of less meat and animal fats, along with cutting portions, would do the trick to make people healthier. Okay, yeah, but that's health. Something like convincing the whole world to go vegan was always going to be an impossible large sell. I agree. I'm not expecting the whole world to go vegan. There are literally just people that are like, nope, and people die not vegan, you know, obviously. It's like, obviously. And yeah, it's like freedom. This is a free world. I put free like that because we're realizing it's not so much. I really should have looked at when I made this last podcast, but I think my content has gotten better. Tell me below. Has my content gotten any better? This was totally just like a I don't know what's going on in the world kind of video. So that is the situation here. But yeah, clearly we need to do something. And so what they were saying about the Mediterranean diet is, just my quick thoughts here. My health teacher in whatever grade, 8th grade, he was all like promoting the Mediterranean diet. And what he said, he was like, I don't know, it was some quote by some dude. Something like how you should have mostly plants. And that is the Mediterranean diet. It is like you can have meat, and I think if we got the world doing that, that'd be wonderful. But even that is a stretch, because food is just so good to so many people, you know, and letting go of so many foods because I'm vegan has been really nice. I just don't even bother. Like, I don't bother with the vegan pizza and stuff, and people do that, and I'm fine with that. Like, go for that. But I really enjoy just like my own homemade vegan veggie burgers or beans or like things like that. It's just chill. It's like, yep. So I'm not into the processed food as much. I eat like tofu, but that's about it. I've tried making my own tofu too, but that's been hard. I don't do that anymore. I tried it like once or twice. Anyways, guys, these are usually just 15-minute podcasts. So until next time, we'll see when I make another podcast. It'll probably be 2021, but until next time, peace.